what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live preview of Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers. How's everybody doing? So, it was good to see that the Panthers finally made it to Edmonton. Hello, Michael. How you doing? The San Jose Sharks have hired their new coach, Ryan Warsofsky. Is that how you pronounce the name? Good morning or good afternoon, depending on which part of the world you're in. Trey, ask my dad why we're live. At least he gave me notice this time. Michael, the Panthers skate is at 12:30, so we're going to see what the lines look like around 12:30. I believe last I heard Barkov is in. Oh, Trey, you were watching Poseidon dunk on the Epcot overhaul and saw the notification pop up. Yeah, I'll have to watch that video. I'll have to watch that video myself later, Trey. And also, they're replacing the Frontierland Shooting Gallery with a DVC lounge, which is pretty bad. But anyways, oh yeah, I am just curious to find out, are the Mavs? Nope. The Celtics have a 3-0 series lead. Jesus. And game 4 of the end tomorrow at 8:30. James, you're going to check out the watch party at the arena tonight. That's pretty cool. Fluffy is doing all right. He's just chillaxing. My dad is making a trip to the dollar store. And there goes the internet signal. Seriously, laptop, I just wanted to look at one damn thing. God, the internet here sucks. It sucks so much. Okay, maybe I just saw the signal go back to normal. So if you had to take a guess at the mindset of the Panthers, I figure that the Panthers are just going to Panthers are going to do their best to just get the win tonight and have the potential to finish the series on Saturday. Yeah, business as usual. There's a lot to. Oh yeah, the Chris Knobloch apparently said that people would have to wait and see about the lineups for the game tonight. It seems like there might be more to worry about with Pat with Evander Kane than there is to worry about Darnell Nurse as far as injury. But we don't have any definitive updates. Trey says put Nurse on the wing. Hello, Daniel. How you doing? If the Panthers keep playing their game or even better. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Michael. The Oilers don't really have a fourth line, and their third line is mid. What will be really interesting is to see how the Oilers decide they want to play after game 2, because I do not believe the Panthers are going to fall for the trap of being antagonized into going after players and hitting them instead of trying to play the game. Yeah, we'll be fine as long as we don't do what Boston tried to do to us. Focus on hockey, not retaliation. Hello, Taylor, and Wizard Winston. I think that's a new name. Craig says, nope, they are locked in on winning. Let the wins be the retaliation. Michael says, I expect the Oilers are going to take at least one at home these next 2 games. Could it be a Montreal Tampa repeat? You think Tampa intentionally lost to bring it back to Tampa for the Cup? The scientists asks, what are your thoughts on the whole narrative that TSN is pushing about the Panthers' 3-hour flight delay affecting their game? That sounds like nonsense to me. I am sure that a professional hockey team can accommodate a 3-hour delay into their schedule and preparedness for a game. It's not like they all got food poisoning or something. Let's see. iDog says we better not intentionally lose a game. Sorry, home crowd. If we can beat them in 4, we need to do it.
Hi, buddy. Good boy. Hey, bud.
Coot says, I know we're focused on winning and not retaliating, but it's hard for me to believe someone doesn't lay Draisaitl out at least once. My guess is Kachuk. But then I don't think he's going to do that because if he does that, then the Oilers would probably go after him. And
don't say I never don't say I never get you nothing.
Thanks.
All right, I'll be with you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna sort through all of this stuff here about.
Apparently, TSN is pushing a narrative that the 3-hour flight delay could affect the Panthers game. The Panthers play in the game.
If they think that is such what intellectual dishonesty. Anybody that's been paying attention to this team for 5 minutes knows something like that is not going to have any effect on these guys.
Trey says, keep in mind TSN is a Canadian network. Canadians are the viewers. You're not going to get as many people to watch your program if you're saying, well, Barkov is healthy. Oilers getting waxed again.
Right. I get it. I mean, if it had been like a 12-hour delay and they didn't get in until like 5 this morning, I could maybe buy some of that. But 3 hours? I mean, because Edmonton's 2 hours ahead anyway, right? Or behind. 2 hours behind, right? Anyway, you weren't paying attention to what I'm saying. It's okay. Let me finish what I'm doing. It's okay.
Golfar says, so Elliot Friedman posted that Vegas is in strong contention for trading for Mitch Marner. I can't stop laughing. What do we even have left to trade? Marcia, so.
No, he doesn't have a contract. He's going to be a free agent.
Right. It probably means you're trading like Riley Smith or something.
No, wait. Riley Smith already went to the Penguins last year. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I can play that off as a joke.
I'm going to bring you a bowl of food. I got you fresh stuff, okay? Keep warm.
Let's see. It's, weapons grade copium. So, but the fact remains that the Panthers still, they need 2 more wins to actually hoist the Stanley Cup. So that's all we need is 2 more wins, and the Panthers, I would say there is a tremendous difference between a 2-1 series lead and a 3-0 series lead. Let's see. Juju says Barkov skated in practice yesterday. There's a chance he goes tonight. Hopefully he'll play like himself if he does. Trey says, but if we do win the cup in Alberta, you think they invite Hubie to the strip club? Oh, Trey, that's not right. Hello, Ricky. Yeah, let's get this. Wait a minute. They gave the game puck. They gave the game puck to Kachuk. Why did they not give it to Rodriguez? Yes, Michael. The game is tonight. Tonight at 8 Eastern Standard Time. Juju says, I hope the Panthers win this in 5. That way I can watch the game. I work Saturday night. Oh, no. Bob said, for Chucky's leadership. Craig says, Sparky will be a monster tonight. They poked the wrong cat. Maybe they gave it to him for not spending the night in the penalty box. It's not like a game ball in football where the coach does it. The guy who gets the puck the game before does it. RC says, I think this is a high-scoring game, but I believe if the Oilers switch Draisaitl to the top line with McDavid, then I believe at the end of the day, we'll call this the Bennett and Lundell game.
Okay, come on. Let's go. Come on.
William is calling for score predictions.
Oh, I'm not starting that now.
Nah. So Drake bet on both the Mavericks and the Oilers to win, and both have no wins so far. Michael, I would be pretty shocked if they took Stuart Skinner out.
What?
Michael is saying I feel like they might take Skinner out. I don't know, but keep that in mind.
If he plays poorly under the pressure situation of tonight, and it gets to 3-0, maybe you'd see Edmonton, be desperate. Remember, like the Panthers were desperate when we were down to Tampa, and if you Spencer Knight out there, you might see them if it gets to 3-0 get desperate. But they're going to give Skinner at least one home game. They're not going to. It's not like this is his fault. He's played, his play is the only reason the games have been as close as they have, especially game 1.
Juju says, please no overtime.
No, I feel good about this game.
So the Panthers skate is apparently at 12:30. So in about 10 minutes,
Okay.
we should get our first reports of who's skating.
Right.
RC says, I think Kachuk got the game puck because when Barkov got removed from the game, Chucky's leadership kept the boys focused and in the game. Yeah, the game puck the other night went to Kachuk, not to Rodriguez. Because it's not a game ball where the football coach gives it to the player. In hockey, the guy who got the game puck from the previous game is the one who gives the puck.
Gives it out. I see.
Yeah. Eisenite says, I just hope they got enough sleep last night. I heard Oilers fans wanted people to pull the fire alarm.
I mean, the harder they make it on that team, the better. But that's how they are. Okay. I tricked them into eating that food again.
So So has anyone heard of the new Sharks head coach? I think it's Ryan Warsofsky. That's Warsofsky. Yeah, I got enough sleep. So, what do we got? I would check Twitter for news, but I'm worried that the internet will cut out again. Michael says, Okposo! You watch. If Okposo ever scores a goal, I think this chair will be done for. So in approximately 5 minutes, the Panthers skate starts. Hey, is Fort Lauderdale still underwater? Juju says, as much as I would love to see Draisaitl pay for his hit on Barkov, I hope the Panthers just play their game. The best revenge is to win the cup.
Boy, it's hot out there today. Summer has arrived.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's been like 90. I told you to mow the grass those few days.
I did mow grass. I mowed that entire side.
Yeah, no, I know, but the stuff over here on the side now is ready. It needs to be done. It's gotten too high for the electric. I can get the front and everything else, like I've been saying.
Okay.
You got to get this side and back before it gets too bad again. We're on that. We're at the point where we can't talk about it anymore. Now we have to do it.
All right.
I'm coming, puppy.
Boulevard says the best way to make them pay is to keep. Yeah, of course the weather got hot again. But I guess it's being better than being submerged in enough water to float your car down the street.
All right, buddy, go ahead and settle down. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, okay? All right, so we actually didn't have to roll. All right, puppy, settle down, okay?
So, Michael thinks not after almost taking our captain out of this series. Ain't no way Florida isn't coming up. Ain't no way Florida isn't coming into Edmonton not ready to drop gloves. Look, I do not want the Panthers to focus on direct revenge. I want the Panthers to focus on winning the cup. Okay, that's good news. Barkov. It was just announced that Barkov and Tarasenko, who were absent yesterday, are skating today. So that is great news. Barkov and Tarasenko are at the morning skate. Crusade asks, wonder why Kachuk is ghosting, even though his points this playoff say otherwise. Well, he just hasn't had all of the highlight reel game winning moments that he had in the offer in last year's playoffs. Yeah, you're right, Brian. Barkov was at practice yesterday. Bennett and Rodriguez have been taking over for Kachuk in that role on the second line. Juju says, I'm fine with Chucky underperforming as long as we're winning. Crusade says, Iran is going crazy like WTF. Yeah, of all the players to have scored 3 goals in the first 2 games against Edmonton, Rodriguez. Brian says, I'm calling it now. Chucky will have some good games in Edmonton just from all the hate the fans will give him from his days in Calgary. Bolvar says, I don't know what's funnier. The fact that the Eagles were deemed to not have tampered with Saquon, or the Falcons got caught tampering with not just Kirk, but also 2 other players. Yeah, the Oilers do have a couple injuries. I think Evander Kane and Darnell Nurse are both injured. Is that really the conclusion of the NFL investigations? So the Falcons were docked a 5th round pick in next year's draft and fined $250,000 for violating the NFL's anti-tampering policy related to free agent signings, while the league cleared the Philadelphia Eagles of tampering while signing running back Saquon Barkley this offseason. The tampering violations for the Falcons were a result of improper contact with free players prior to the official unrestricted free agency period. Kirk Cousins, Paul Mooney, and Charlie Warner. Werner. How the hell do you pronounce that last name? Let's see. Brian says, please, Panthers, don't retaliate. Just win the cup. Crusaders says, if the Cats win tonight, that's going to be looking real nice. Been watching since day one. I remember getting the physical newspapers with the bees. There 2 more to go. Eyes a Night says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, yeah. If you enjoy what you're seeing, go ahead and leave a like if you can. And also, my dad achieved his goal of 8,000 subscribers after 8 years of him making videos. So thank you very much. now it's get Jaws to 9. It's gonna probably take a while. Maybe we'll reach 9,000 by our 9th year.
Fluffy, other treat. Oh.
All right.
I'm gonna have a community post out later, giving everybody the what's up with Fluffy, so that I can just explain it once. Huh? A couple little things. I have a feeling there was a new male person.
So Darnell Nurse is expected to play.
There was a new male, post office person.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they just accidentally dropped all my stuff off at Jen's. So I had multiple Amazon packages coming, and they drove back there to Jen's. And I gotta check and see if they dropped off anything in here.
Yeah, let's get that Game 3 win. Juju says, Nurse looked in bad shape. I'm surprised he's expected to play. I think there was a report that Evander Kane might be in worse shape than Darnell Nurse. Is it like the Panthers last year where he's playing injured still? Rangers and Fox, he wasn't in it at all, not near even 60%. Huh?
Looks like one of the things came in. Somehow,
Yeah. What?
This box contains his bed.
No.
This I gotta see.
Yeah, I hope Barkov is at full strength too.
I think he'll be fine.
So, yeah, him and Tarasenko are at the skate.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That is all good news. Oh, here. I bought Fluffy a new bed because the one that he has a lip all the way around it. What the hell is this? Is one thing the foam and one thing the cover? It's got to be what this is, right? And we'll see. All right, well, engage with the chat.
Yeah.
I'll be there when I can. I'm right here.
Bolvar says, hey man, minus 15 for Nurse is pretty bleeping bad. Only person that has a worse metric in history is number 16, is minus 16, and that's Sammy's dad.
Yeah, Reinhardt's dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nurse is playing, or he's practicing. Or they said he's playing.
I'm not sure.
And I don't know what Edmonton's backup, defensive player situation is, but I remember those days when we were worried about, should we, change in defensemen in the middle of a series because things aren't going well.
Kenneth says, hurry up and win the cup so we can get to the classic Dolphins.
Yeah, right? This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, that's definitely coming next month.
Hey, Cuban, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, Cuban. Thank you, bud. Thank you, Cuban.
He says, cats in 4. Positive energy.
Yes, I agree. Positive energy. This is the weirdest thing. Vacuum pack. You see what I got to deal with here, Kyle? I want to get it unpacked because it's got to, reinflate, so to speak. But I don't want to cut the, bed. We vacuum sealed this thing to make it. I mean, I get it because they charge you depending on the size of the thing. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Meanwhile, the Celtics have a 3-0 series lead against the Mavericks.
Right.
And Game 4 of the NBA Finals is Friday, tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
See what it's doing? You see what I mean? That's wild. Okay.
And I hope you're happy, Mavs fans, that said you wanted Boston. I hope you're proud of yourselves. Unless your team goes and does the most hilarious thing.
Okay, so that is the bottom part.
Occam's Razor says, once my Knicks went out, the playoffs became a snooze fest.
Once what?
The Knicks.
Oh, it's Knicks, yeah.
Yeah. The funniest part is it's not like Luka got injured. The Mavs are almost completely healthy, from what I understand.
Were they good enough during the regular season that their fans should have been expecting to beat Boston? I don't know basketball.
Well, the Mavs didn't even make the playoffs.
Oh, they were a play-in team?
No, I'm talking last year. The Mavericks didn't even make the playoffs.
I see. Gotcha.
They're not healthy at all. Trey says, I saw a meme that says, summary of Celtics Mavs, and it was Dak Prescott sitting at courtside in Mavericks. Hello, hot dog. How you doing?
Oh, well, how is this supposed to... Oh, I see. Okay.
Luka has bruised ribs, a bone bruise in his knee, and on the same leg has a banged up ankle.
I see. So this is the cover. That goes on, in, over.
Juju says, I'll laugh if Okposo scores the cup-winning goal.
I'm telling you. I hope he scores the cup-winning goal, goes to Twitter, and just says, F you, Jaws. Okay, so this is going to be... This is that part, so we want that up like that. Okay. All right, I think I'm figuring this out.
So
me and my one hand with good fingers.
There's a lot of excitement in the air. We actually get to watch hockey tonight.
Yes.
And it's going to be in front of the Edmonton crowd.
Yeah, here a little bit. This is difficult to get it to stay on its own, but this would make it a lot easier for him to get on and off the bed because he doesn't have that lip.
Bolvar says all this talks makes me think we don't need a baseball channel, but a building with Jaws channel. Brian is guessing Lundell for the cup winner. Him and Luosterainen deserve it. Well, Lundell being the hero would be pretty cool.
I mean, I hope they didn't send me the wrong size cover.
Oh, that's about right.
Yeah, where'd the zipper go? Here? Where'd the zipper go? Where the hell did the zipper go? Am I not seeing something? Kyle?
Amon St. Calvin Sanders says, good luck tonight.
Thank you, bud. Seriously, Kyle, what am I not seeing here? All right, you know what? We'll just put this together afterwards because I'm clearly not doing. I see it's got to go like over this lip. I wonder if they sent the wrong size cover. We'll have to do this after the stream. No, it seems like it should be right. But that's just going to take the two of us, so I'll just leave it there for now. It's unpacked. All right. I try to put together your new bed, Fluffy, huh? Okay.
What's up,
Take an extra minute.
Mansica? How is Fluffy doing?
He's okay. I'm gonna have a post out explaining things a little bit later today, but I'm at that point where just nothing would surprise me at this point. Like there's some nights I'm pretty sure he's not gonna make it through the night, and then there's times when I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this dog. So I don't know. Right now, he's doing okay. Yesterday, he didn't want to eat a damn thing, and then last night, he was outside at 3 a.m. eating food because he couldn't sleep because he wouldn't eat anything all day. I'm having to get real creative with the food.
iDog says we lost 2 in a row against the Rangers with Lomberg and Cousins, and we won 5 in a row since we changed to Lorenz and Acapulco. Maurice isn't changing anything unless something bad happens.
Yeah, he's not changing anything. I agree with that.
Hey, Cuban.
Hey, thank you, Cuban. Thank you, bud. Thank you, Cuban.
Says this is all playing out to end with a Game 4 triple overtime goal by Carter for Hagee
wouldn't that be
to
something?
win the Stanley Cup.
Wouldn't that be something? I mean, if it led to us winning, I would take overtime for Game 4. I hear you, Fluffy. What do you? I gotta give the people some attention. Okay, I give you more treats because I know your new bags of treats are here, so you can have all the liver treats you want. He's gonna be eating all day because he didn't eat anything yesterday. Next time, eat your food, huh? I don't think I like your smart ass tone. Or what you said.
So,
all right.
Oh yeah, the Eagles were cleared of the tampering charges with Saquon, but the Falcons were found guilty of tampering not just with Kirk Cousins, but also a wide receiver and tight ends. And they forfeited a 5th rounder from next year and $250,000.
Yeah, just watch your feet there with the cord there.
The most hilarious part, though, the worst part is the Falcons didn't even tell Cousins until they were on the clock that they were going to draft Michael Penix Jr.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's a little odd if you're going to give the guy all that money and then not even communicate, Yeah. It's like when Drieger signed with Seattle when he could have had his pick of a lot of teams, and then they went and made him the backup anyway.
Ugh.
But of course, his situation got derailed by injuries. But in that moment, it sucked for him because he would have had multiple suitors to be a starter. So, but the flip side of that is sometimes if you're the player, you just got to ask the questions. Now, if Cousins asked them, "Hey, man, you're not going to be drafting anybody, right?" And they said, "No, no, 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 no," and he said, "Okay, and I'll sign," then that's on the Falcons. But when you have to, I have learned in life never to assume the answer, never to assume, well, they wouldn't do that. They're not going to do that. I know I'm safe with them not doing that because usually that's when they will do that.
Bovar says same thing happens with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. It happens next.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: Jordan Love was 20 at the time he was drafted. Michael Penix is 24 and has had significant injuries.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, of all the players to draft, all the situations, that's. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to keep Cousins for the couple of years and then try to move on from him with that contract, and then it's just weird, man. But then again, the Panthers signed Bobrovsky and drafted Spencer Knight. Within a week, right? Within a week. Yeah. I mean, it was, might have been 2 weeks, whatever it was. But talk about instant situation.
Yeah. Damien says Erod on the first line. Yeah, that's where you should stay for now.
Yeah, agreed. I see you.
Well, the whole, the bench warmer brand guy.
Yeah,
he made a skit video shortly after the draft where the NFL asked the Falcons to explain themselves, and when they asked about why would you sign Kirk Cousins and then draft this guy? Well, when they got to the sign Kirk Cousins, the Falcons guy said, "I want to win now." And then when they asked about drafting Penix, it says, "Plan for the future."
Right.
Win now, plan for the future. Win now, plan for the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I get it. It's just, I don't know. Fluffy, will you quit whining at me? What? What do I got? 10 minutes left?
Yeah.
Dude, 15 minutes tops. Okay? Be cool.
Sunswine says too much stress going on. Panthers in the finals and closing on the house.
Oh, boy.
Might go to game 5 if it's the elimination game, but I'm going to be broke.
Yeah, that'd do it. That'd do it. Yeah.
So
I hope I hope just finish it. I mean, I know there's some people that want them to win it at home, but the way that the series is gone, between if you look at the arc of the first, if you count the 2 games as one game, the Panthers has gotten better and better and better and better. And now we're going on the road. We play better on the road.
Yeah.
So I expect them to be in absolute maniac shutdown mode from puck drop tonight. And I don't know what to expect from Edmonton, because I didn't expect the shenanigans that they pulled at the end of the last game as their response. And like I said, with Skinner's going to be feeling that pressure tonight. There's no doubt about that.
Hello, Shane Joe. Simon says, I hope they win tonight, boys. That'll be nice, and lose one game in Edmonton, then they can win it at home, the Panthers. I mean, on the one hand, yes. On the other, no. Let's win. We have an opportunity to win both.
On one hand, winning at home would be nice. On the other hand, the insufferability of the Oilers fans would go up significantly if they win a game. Because if you go on Twitter, I've never seen any fan base like this. Like even with the Leafs or the Bruins or the Rangers, you've got your fans that are like, a little bit Cocoa Puffs, and then you have some fans that are like, dude, come on, the Panthers were just better. But the Oilers fans, it is just, and I see a lot of threads of, let's just say, well, younger people, mostly girls. I've seen some heavy duty threads where it's just accusatory of the referees cheating and everything else, and it's all, their profiles will say I'm 17, and it's just kids, and it's just, but there's like no voice of reason coming in and being like, come on guys, girls, whatever, there's no voice of reason for it's just, there's some crazy stuff out there.
So first, I want to read Cuban super chat. Thank you, Cuban.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Cuban.
Says Patrick Laine asked for a trade. Barkov's bestie. Hey, MJ, thank you for the 20.
Thank you, MJ. How you doing, bud?
Hey, Jaws and Kyle, happy Thursday. Work break time for me. Falcons forfeited their draft pick, their fifth rounder from next year. So
Go ahead, read it.
Lakers looking to hire JJ Redick as coach. Ryan Warzowski is the new Sharks head coach. Draisaitl denied he hit Barkov on purpose.
Oh, for crying out loud! How? I mean, at least be a man and say you didn't. Come on now.
Hello, Reens of Saturn.
What exact body part was he forming his forearm to hit? I mean, come on.
Line 8 to Detroit.
Yeah, I don't think we need any more players. I think we're good. We can't get the players we got on the ice. Last year we had Cousins on the second line. Now we can't even get on the ice.
Costa says big game for Tarasenko and Lundell tonight. Yeah. I feel it.
Yep. Well, that's part of the importance of Barkov is that gives us that advantage on the third line with Lundell. Yeah, he's Lundell is costing Sam Bennett money. No, because when Sam Bennett goes to negotiate his contract, the Panthers could be like, well, we could always just pay Lundell, Sam. So Sam Bennett is not going to be able to ask for an exorbitant amount of money. Because if, and I'm not saying I want to lose Sam Bennett, but if we end up eventually having to go Barkov, Lundell, Luosterainen, I think we're good. I think we, you know what I mean? I think we'd be in good shape. So, it helps. It's healthy to have that competition because, now Reinhardt, that's a different story. I don't know who we would have. Reinhardt needs to get paid. But, I don't think he's going anywhere. What's Trey saying? I can't.
Jaws, while you've been crunching numbers this season for free agency, how much were you accounting for cap increase?
Well, when I did the original video over the summer, the cap increase was, I counted it at $2 million because they had said somewhere between 2 and 4. So I went with the lower number at 2. So as they've said, there's going to be 4 and then 4.5. That's what accounts for me saying we have 9 to give to Reinhardt. You see what I'm saying? We can give Reinhardt 9. We gave Forsling what he got. We could give Montour the amount that Forsling got, and you could give Lundell 3, 2.5, 3. I think we're good if we can work that out. I don't think we would have to move Spencer Knight.
So,
but there's a whole timing axis there of when Bob's contract is off the books versus when everybody else needs to be re-signed next year. I mean, I know what Zito said. We have a plan to keep everybody, but that Forsling contract, that's what Montour would have to sign. Obviously, not 8 years because of his age, But if Montour wants to stay, he's going to have to take that amount of money.
So Bolvar says Bennett can also say roll the tape, see those hits. Can anybody else?
No, I don't disagree. I'm not saying I don't want to. Yeah.
MJ, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, MJ. Thank you, MJ.
Says quick anniversary notes here. Today is 10 years since the Kings won their last cup.
Oh, wow.
And tomorrow is 30 years since the Rangers won their last
30
cup.
years. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's almost as old as you are, Carl.
Nice try.
Well, with that beard, Huh?
Beard must shave soon.
Good. Okay, you finally laid down over there? Okay.
That's another incentive for the Panthers. The sooner the Panthers win the cup, the sooner.
Yes. You'll be the one shaving on the stream when they're parading around with the
The Reeds of Saturn, thank you for the 5.
Hey, thank you, bud. Thank you, Rings. Thank you.
Says, if I made a replacement site for Cap Friendly, would you help spread the word?
Oh yeah, of course. Absolutely. It's just that's an expensive endeavor, that's for sure.
So,
Unfortunately, I don't have the money to invest in something like that, but I would give it publicity, that's for sure. It's going to be tough, man. When's the site supposed to go dark?
like, I believe it's after the draft.
Okay. Because we got free agency too. When's the draft? Let me see. When is the draft? Wake up, Kyle.
Let's see them.
The draft is
After free agency. Trey says, oh yeah, shit, Lundell's gonna get more after this cup run.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. The draft is June 28th and 29th. The draft is before free agency. Free agency is July 1st.
Reeds of Saturn says, I will send you a semi-exclusive preview of the site, Jaws, because apparently he already made a website.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a look at that for sure. Hey. Yeah, so the draft is the 28th and the 29th. And then I believe free agency, we already did this. I believe that's July 1st, right?
Hey, Michael, thank you for the 5.
Yeah, July 1st. So we're going to get like a week off. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, bud.
And
thank you. And MJ. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Michael says, let's go back to the old Panthers logo. If we're lucky, we'll get a third jersey. Yeah. Like, I don't understand how we haven't at least gotten a third jersey with the Leaping Cat. And MJ, thank you for the 2.
Thank you, MJ. Thank you, bud.
Says, what draft year was the best one for the Panthers?
Oh, that's a good question.
Just take the draft where we draft. I think it was the one where we drafted either Barkov or Ekblad, and then we ended up with like the top 5 players from that draft are now
That's the thing.
Like, we didn't draft most of these guys.
You're not dying. Nobody believes you.
The only players on the team that we drafted are Kulikov, Ekblad, and Barkov, correct?
And Spencer Knight. Well, yeah, Kulikov, Barkov, Ekblad, Lundell.
Oh, we did draft Lundell.
Yeah, Lundell was Bill Zito's first draft pick.
Trey says, "Damn, we don't have a pick till the 3rd round." Yeah, we don't have any first rounders until 2026.
Right.
Which is why it is so important that we took advantage of the cup window.
Right. When you look at it, go ahead, buddy. Good boy. He's just crazy.
Our 2nd round pick from last year bailed out in the minors, or excuse me, balled out in the minors. Gresham Satchwin.
Yeah, Grayson Sachin.
So
When you look at our drafts, most of what you're looking at is that this is what he was doing all night long. This right here, all night long. This is what he was doing.
Cuban says, do you guys remember the Erica Branson draft where we had 3 first-round
I'm looking
picks?
at it right now. Gabranson, Bukestad, and Howden. But if you look at just purely drafts that led to how many NHL players, the 2010 draft, Gabranson, Bukestad, Quentin Houghton, John McFarland, Alexander Petrovic, Connor Brickley, Joe Basraba, Sam Britton, Ben Gallagher, Jonas Donsky, Zach Hyman, Corey DeRocher, and RJ Boyd.
Wait a minute, we drafted Zach Hyman?
I don't think it's that Zach Hyman. I don't think it's that Zach Hyman.
It is that Zach Hyman.
Is it that Zach Hyman? Yeah, it is that Zach Hyman. Yes. Yeah, it is that Zach Hyman. So we actually, I didn't realize that, but that's true. So that we drafted Zach Hyman in the 5th round. So when you look at that draft, there's Gabranson, Bukestad, Petrovic, Brickley, and Hyman that turned out to at least have moderate to somewhat successful NHL careers. That's a pretty good NHL draft.
iDog says lines for morning skate: Rodriguez, Barkov, Reinhardt, Verhage, Bennett, Kachuk, Luosterainen, Lundell, Tarasenko, Lorenz, Stenlund, Okposo.
I'm color me shocked. Color me shocked. Okay. And at this point, I hate it for Lomberg and Cousins, but like Kyle said, we keep winning. You know what I mean? You're not going to change it if you lose, if you win.
Yeah.
I have a feeling my take on tonight's game is the Panthers are going to be feeling really comfortable, and Edmonton is likely to be feeling a lot of pressure.
Especially,
first game at home.
Yeah.
It's Skinner's first home game at a Stanley Cup final. They're down 0-2. All of that pressure, I have a feeling, and for the Panthers, this is just like they could just treat this like a regular road trip, play their game, and walk out with the cup. I'm not saying it's over, but if the Panthers play their way they're capable of playing, and Bobrovsky stays on target, I feel like we should win these games.
Dennis says freaking opposite.
I'm beginning to wonder, like, how would Barkov, when we see Barkov skate and he doesn't look, Barkov is so big he doesn't look fast. I'm beginning to wonder if Okposo is really as slow as we think he is, but if it's just because he's so big. Because there has been no, knock on wood, there have been no moments, like we know Ekblad's slow because we see it. And we're like, oh God, right? But with Okposo, there have been no times when he gets so far behind the play that it's cost us a goal. So either he's not as slow as we think he is, or his position, he's always right positionally, taking into consideration his lack of speed.
Hey MJ, thank you for the
MJ, thank you MJ.
Says, will Edmonton riot if the Oilers don't win the cup?
I don't know. I don't think it's going to be.
It's not Vancouver.
Yeah, it's not Vancouver.
I mean, the Calgary fans will probably be in jubilation. So that's at least half of Alberta,
right,
rooting for us.
Yeah. No, I feel good about tonight.
Yeah. So Michael says Okposo was skating alongside McDavid last game. I was shocked. The fourth line has been up against McDavid a lot this year.
Yeah, I agree with you, Michael. I've seen that a couple of times. So maybe it's just the fact that Okposo looks like a Sasquatch on skates. He's so thick and so big, right? So maybe that's what it is. Obviously, he has not, whatever lack of speed he has not been hurting us. Dennis says he is very slow. Well, he's not hurting us, right? I'd rather have Okposo out there playing smart and slow than Uyghur with some speed. But whoopsies, I didn't realize the puck was with 3.8 seconds left, right? Yep. All right, I'm going to let Kyle off the hook now. He's going to go mow some grass. He's desperately wanting to get out and mow some grass here, right? I tried to tell you, you had 3 days in the 70s. Massaging me ain't going to help it.
Okay, so one of those days I did mow grass.
How's the gas situation, by the way? You should at least have enough for one tank.
I have to check. I think the mower might have a slow leak, because unless you used it, I think I had gas.
I did use it.
Oh, you did use it?
Yeah, I did use it a little bit when the batteries ran out and I wanted to finish the section I was on.
Oh,
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Not for long, but 20 minutes.
Well, I went expecting there to be some gas left, and the thing it was bone dry.
Okay. Well, if we have to buy a new one, then we'll have to buy a new one. It's only $100. All right, everybody.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you for all the super chats. Much appreciated. And 1.5 hour before the game, as long as Kyle is awake, we'll be there. Let's get game 3 tonight. Let's finish this up. Kyle and I are ready to shave.
All right. See you all later.
See you all tonight.